Methods of replenishing lost nutrients. Soil used for agricultural purposes will not retain soil nutrients. As crops grow, they will take the nutrients they need from the soil to thrive. This can lead to nutrient depletion. Farmers must carefully pay attention to maintaining and replacing nutrients in the soil so that they continue to have fertile soil in which to grow crops. Lost nutrients can be replenished in many ways. We will look at that more closely in this section. Methods for replenishing lost soil nutrients include crop rotation, use of cover crops, adding organic material to soil, and application of chemical fertilizers. Because different families of crops require different nutrients to grow, continuous planting of one crop or one family of crops can cause excessive depletion of one nutrient from the soil. Crop rotation refers to varying the crops that are planted on a plot of land each growing season, or in a systematic way. Crop rotation minimizes the depletion of nutrients and allows soil a chance to recover nutrients lost from growing just one crop. In addition to minimizing nutrient depletion, crop rotation can disrupt pest infestations and improve soil condition by growing crops with different root types. In order to effectively rotate crops, you must understand the families of crops. The table shows some common crop families and examples of crops that make up the family. So we have allium, well that would be onions, leeks, and garlic. Legumes, beans, groundnuts, and soybeans. Brassicas, cabbage, kale, cauliflower, and broccoli. Nightshades, tomatoes, eggplants, potatoes, and peppers. And cereals, sorghum, rice, maize, and millet. When determining the rotation of crops, it is helpful to know the needs and benefits of particular plant families. For example, legumes add nitrogen to the soil, while brassicas need nutrient-rich soil to thrive. For this reason, it is helpful to plant brassicas in a field that was planted with legumes the year before. It is not advisable to plant crops from the same family on one plot of land in successive years. For example, tomatoes and potatoes are both nightshades and have similar nutrient needs. Therefore, it is also not advised to plant a plot of land with potatoes in the year following tomatoes. Similar to crop rotation, planting cover crops help to add nutrients back into the soil. Cover crops refers to crops that are planted primarily to improve soil health. They are planted to cover the soil rather than for harvest. For the purpose of this presentation, we will discuss how cover crops help add nutrients to the soil. However, there are additional benefits to cover crops, including slowing erosion, enhancing water availability by breaking up soil with their roots, and encouraging biodiversity. Thinking about cover crops from the lens of replenishing lost soil nutrients, the following nutrients can be added with the crops listed below. To add nitrogen, plant clover and legumes. To remove excess nitrogen, plant rye, sorghum, and radishes. To add phosphorus or potassium, plant buckwheat or crops from the brassica family. And general nutrient recycling, plant rye. When you are ready to plant the following season's crops, cover crops can be tilled into the soil to add additional organic matter to the soil. Addition of organic materials, including compost and other organic materials, can also improve nutrient availability in soil. Common organic materials include composted livestock manure, adds nitrogen and many other nutrients. Bone meal adds calcium and phosphorus. Grass clippings adds nitrogen and helps soil retain moisture. Leaf litter adds a variety of nutrients to the soil and helps block weeds and hold in moisture. And finally, wood ash. It adds potassium, potash, and calcium carbonate to the soil. Adding organic materials to soil helps to improve the overall health of the soil. Routine application of varied organic materials is beneficial to maintain healthy growing soil. The downfall of using organic materials include that it can be difficult to add specific nutrients. Using organic materials to improve soil also requires time to realize the benefits. Regular application of varied organic materials are needed to realize the maximum benefits. However, in addition to more nutrient-rich soil, those who regularly add organic materials to the soil realize additional benefits, including more workable soil with better aeration, improved beneficial bacterial growth in soil, and more soil biodiversity. Application of chemical fertilizers can help farmers ensure that they are adding exactly the nutrients needed to their growing soil. Chemical fertilizers also have the benefit of allowing farmers to add just the right amount of the desired nutrients to the soil. While chemical fertilizers can be highly effective, there are some downfalls. For example, chemical fertilizers contain limited nutrients, they are costly, they can result in over-fertilization and problems with runoff, and they can result in soil pH issues. It is advisable to use chemical fertilization sparingly.